Good afternoon, everybody. Another video from Tall Travels. Today is Tuesday the 10th of January in Mobilised Russia. Now, is the situation here on the ground in Russia the same as what you're hearing in the news? Let's go and have a look. So guys, I had to move hotel today because the babushka administrator jacked up the prices. So I'm glad I moved, to be honest. I'm in a very cozy hotel right here in the center. Now, when I arrived in Saint Petersburg, it was minus 20 degrees. But now I think it's just a couple of degrees above freezing. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of snow. So the Russian weather will get you one way or the other. It can either be minus 20, sunny and no snow, or it can be like today. Here we have Galleria Shopping Center. Absolutely beautiful shopping center, probably the nicest one I've ever seen. And we're going to go in there on another video, and I'm going to talk about how prices have changed and stuff like that. Oh, Santa Claus is a bit shy. He turned around when he saw me with the camera. So guys, obviously not perfect conditions for filming, but it's not too cold, which is a good thing. I'm going to try my best to keep the snow off the camera lens. Wow, look at that old larder. Looks like it's been here for a long time. Hi everybody. We've got Moskovsky train station there. Now guys, this is one of the main mobile operators in Russia, Megaphone. And here we have another one called Beeline. Beeline's kind of cheap and cheerful network, let's say. It's not got the best reliability in this country. And there's another one down there which I use called Tele2. Now I'm going to go into talking about phone services in another video I'm planning my next video, I hope, talking about things like how to get cash in Russia, how to book a hotel, how to get a phone, internet SIM card, and all those kind of practicalities. So I won't touch too much on those subjects today. So this is a very busy part of town, as you can see. And here we have Vostania, Plosha Vostania metro station. Beautiful building. Lovely Christmas tree over there. Now you have to be very careful crossing the roads here, because even though it's a green man, you'll still have crazy drivers weaving in and out of the pedestrians. Anyway, we're not going to cross, so let's go down here. This is Prospect Nevsky, the main drag in the city, and it goes on for miles down the street there. So it's just an incredibly beautiful street. And you know, when you're walking down the street, you feel some kind of power, you know? You get that feeling you're in a very, very important city in the world. There's a shopping center there called Nevsky Center. It's very nice. We got a big souvenir shop here. I suppose that's quiet at the moment. There's a load of tourists here. Just a few days ago, before Christmas, it was packed with tourists in St. Petersburg. Of course, domestic tourists, but now, of course, they've all gone home. So these little shops will be pretty quiet. So guys, it's feeling pretty nice today. Yeah, it's like -1, -2, I don't know, something like that, which is absolutely fine, because minus 20 was tough work. And of course this city looks extra beautiful when it's snowing. So yeah, prior to coming to St. Petersburg, when I told people I was coming back to Russia, people were saying, oh, when you want to go to Russia in winter time, it's bloody freezing. Well, yeah, but look how beautiful it is in the snow. Now guys, I was looking at the comments in my last video, and some of you are saying, Tall Travels, watch out. you're going to get mobilized in Russia, called up for the army. So yeah guys, why would Russia sign me up to the Russian army when I'm not Russian? Also, I'm middle-aged and I got a dodgy back, so I'd be absolutely useless. Now guys, I'm going to teach you a Russian word. When you're at a crossing in Russia, you'll hear an announcement on the speaker saying переход, and переход means crossing, okay? So you learnt a Russian word today from Tour Travels. Now, when I was bored stiff back in England, I was hitting the Duolingo pretty hard. So my Russian's getting better. It's mostly vocabulary. Can't even say it. Vocabulary. So yeah, my grammar's still got a lot of work to be done, but yeah, it's getting easier for me. Okay, everybody. So in Saint Petersburg, you see a lot of people walking around. So you're not going to see many obese people in this country. Generally, people are slim. You might see the odd portly, plump babushka here and there, but yeah, people don't have the opportunity to get fat here. They're working hard, walking to get everywhere. They're not stopping every 50 meters to stuff their face like their Western counterparts. You can see the ladies look lovely here, well dressed, take care of themselves. So guys, another good reason for coming to St. Petersburg in winter is that the accommodation prices are very cheap. So I'm paying 1,000 rubles a night for a nice hotel, you know. It's probably, I don't know, 2-star, 3-star, something like that. Now that's unheard of in the rest of Europe at the moment, because what's happened is a lot of Russians left the country when the war started. So the countries that they were going to, the prices shot up. So they're going to Serbia, and oh my god, the prices have gone to the moon in Serbia for rentals and hotels and stuff like that. And it's the same situation in many other Eastern European countries, especially non-EU countries. Georgia, I got friends in Georgia telling me about crazy real estate prices. Armenia, I don't know, Turkey maybe. There we go, everybody, beer prices. You get some mannequin piss, half a litre of piss for 260 rubles. So 260 rubles at the current rate is just under £3. Not bad. Okay, chap, so I probably showed this place in another video, but it's a USSR Soviet cafe. Now, I'm not going to go inside because I'm not particularly hungry at the moment. But if Irish Partisan, YouTuber Irish Partisan lived in St. Petersburg, I think he'd be in there every day. Check this out, everybody, a Russian caviar shop. Nice. This reminds me of YouTuber just in Eastern Europe that I was hanging around with a couple of days ago. He's a caviar trader. I'm feeling good today, guys. Now, I don't know about you other fellow travelers, but when I arrive in a city, a new city, or it can be arriving in a city that I've been to before, like the first 72 hours or so, you feel absolutely fantastic, you know? You're just so happy to be there or to be back. And then after, yeah, about 3 days or so, that feeling starts to wane a bit and everything becomes very familiar. But I'm still in that kind of honeymoon phase of being back in St. Petersburg. So everybody, it's 12:30 in the afternoon, so it's not that busy around. Most people at work, but come the evening time, I think it'll be very busy. Right, everybody, so now we're on the famous Rubinstein Street. So yeah, this street's full of bars, restaurants, cafes, and it gets very busy in the evening. But as some of you will have seen in my previous videos, you have to be a bit careful on this street at night time. There's a lot of scammers. So you'll generally get pairs of young ladies walking down the street giving you a lot of eye attention, and then you start talking to them and they speak perfect English most of the time, which is a coincidence, And then they say, oh, we'd like to go and sing some karaoke, would you like to join? Always say no, because what happens is you'll go to that karaoke bar and you'll sing one song and have a drink. It'll cost you about $500. So guys, one time I was on this street with a certain famous bold YouTuber, and yeah, these girls approached us. I mean, hot girls never approach men in Russia. That's the number one rule. Even if they like you very much, they're expecting you to make the first move. So that's a warning sign straight away. Anyway, this YouTuber is the eternal narcissist, so any girl giving him attention whatsoever, he gets very excited. So I said to him, look, bad idea. So they were obviously trying to get him into some bar, and they said to him, do you want to suck on some helium balloons? So that's kind of a party thing in Saint Petersburg. It's yeah, what do you call it? I don't know, helium, nitrous oxide, whatever. So he went in there and sucking on these balloons, and he had a couple of drinks, and he paid a lot of money. Let's say not as much as he could have paid, but yeah, he was screwed over. So guys, I'm loving this weather. It's supposed to be like this for the next few days, which will be absolutely fine with me. And the good thing is, when you have all this fresh snow on the ground, it's not too slippy. I got a friend here in Saint Petersburg. He can't stand up straight on the pavements. He's always slipping over and banging his head or something. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Maybe some of you viewers are in some warm country this winter, like Thailand or somewhere like that. Wouldn't you prefer to be in snowy St. Petersburg instead? Now guys, I knew that this time of year would be quiet right after Christmas in January. It's the same everywhere in Europe, but I still much prefer to be here than back in England. Now, over there, we've got the back of Eurospar, so that's one of the fanciest supermarkets in St. Petersburg. So if you want some kind of European standard supermarket, let's say, then you can go in there. It's a bit pricey, but you get what you pay for. So chaps, going on to mobilization talk. When I crossed the border, I went into the nearest town across the Russian border called Kingisepp, and I was trying to get a bus there, as I told you in my previous video, to St. Petersburg. Anyway, I got on this bus briefly, but I wasn't able to get a space, but there are quite a few military guys in there, and that kind of gave me a quick dose of reality when coming into the country. You know, seeing young men going off to fight for their country. And also when I got to St. Petersburg, I saw young, fit-looking guys in brand new uniforms. There we go, everybody, the Bavaria brothers. Maybe they got some beer in those bags. So yeah, everyone, this street is dead in the daytime, because this is strictly a nightlife place. So back on the main drag there'll be lots of busy restaurants and cafes. And here, everybody, we have the fork restaurant. I want a fork on the table. You better not fork on the table, you son of a bitch. Okay, everybody, so if you're coming to St. Petersburg and you're looking for cheap eats, like buffet restaurant, then this place is good. Now, I always have a problem saying this word in Russian. Taryelka. Okay, taryelka, not bad. So yeah, it's a buffet restaurant. They got them all over the city, and I'm going in these places almost every day. So as buffet restaurants go, or stolovayas as they call them here in Russia, then it's like good quality, you know. And you can get a feed, a decent feed for a bloke of my size, you know, for about 500 rubles or something like that. Sometimes they have some special offers where a certain time it's cheaper. They got a coffee there, look, 50 rubles for Americano. I don't know what that tastes like. Or they got some Lavazza coffee. Sasa boy, it means for takeaway, or to go, as Americans would say. Anyway, I might come in here later. I've already eaten something. I tell you what, everybody, it's a privilege to be here in Saint Petersburg, in such a beautiful city. I know a lot of people are scared about coming to Russia, you know, especially if you're watching the Western mainstream news. They're going to paint a picture of, they'll say that Russia's in a state of panic and despair, the country's about to fall apart, all this kind of stuff. Well, at a ground level it seems fine to me. Oh, I just walked past some place I wanted to show you. So guys, there's a bar here called Gypsies and Jews Bar. So I've been in this bar a few times, one or two times with a certain bold YouTuber. Now, one time, you know, we were getting pretty wasted and we almost got in a fight. And it took me a long time afterwards to realize what probably happened. Like, I don't know if you remember in my earlier videos in Russia, I had this t-shirt and it said Red Star Belgrade are the brothers of Spartak Moscow. And of course, if you're going around wearing a Spartak Moscow t-shirt in St. Petersburg, then it could potentially get you in trouble if you're going to pubs and stuff like that. Anyway, we managed to defuse the fight eventually, because there's like 10 guys waiting for us outside or something like that. But yeah, it's just as well, because that certain bold YouTuber would be absolutely useless in a fight. He's a mega wimp. He's like made of jelly, that guy. Right, everybody, so we're at the river now. Wow, look at that. It looks completely frozen to me. But shall I test it? That's the question. I mean, if I see some other bloke who's about 100 kilograms dancing around on the ice, then I might do, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just put my foot down there and test it a bit. Because, you know, it's getting a bit warmer now. It's not minus 20 anymore. Let's have a closer look though. This is where Z-list YouTuber Tour Travels disappears under the ice and they don't find him again until springtime. I mean, it looks fine, but I'm not going to test it. We're going to walk back towards Nevsky. Got to meet a mate of mine in about an hour or something like that, but we'll have more of a look around until then. One of the great things about a big, beautiful city like St. Petersburg is you do a lot of walking, so I'm losing weight already. That's great. I don't know if you can make that out, but underneath the bridge there, the water is not frozen. And I'm supposing that's because the metro line maybe goes under the river there and there's heat coming up. Seems logical. So yeah, coming back onto Nevsky Prospect now, the main drag. So yeah guys, St. Petersburg is beautiful in the summer but also in the winter. Tell you what, everybody, if you're going around on foot in St. Petersburg, then be prepared to do a lot of walking. But the public transport is good here if you choose not to. So it's got a very beautiful metro or subway or whatever, and there's lots of buses as well. Now, I haven't used the public transport that much, to be honest, because I generally tend to stay near the main drag in St. Petersburg. But yeah, if I'm going to look at something out of town, then I'll jump on the metro. Maybe I can make a metro video while I'm here. We've got a booth here, look, you can buy theatre and concert tickets. Now a lot of people don't cross the street when there's a red man, but Tall Travels doesn't give two hoots for that kind of thing. So guys, over the other side of the street there is Stars Coffee. So that's a new name for Starbucks. So as you can see, it pretty much looks the same. So I'm not going to go in there at the moment, but if you wanted to buy me a coffee, there's a link on my profile. So if somebody buys me a coffee, I'll go inside and I'll show them what it looks like and how the coffee tastes. There she is, Catherine the Great. This is a lovely park to sit in the summertime. And I've shown you this in my previous videos. Now guys, you want to be a bit careful hanging around this area when there's protests. This is Gostiny Dvor metro station, and when there's protests in St. Petersburg, they take place here generally. So you don't want to be hanging around because as a foreigner you don't want to be caught up in that because he might grab you, you know. So bear that in mind if you're coming here. That's nice, look, they got these Christmas trees and cabinets. And there's Russian Father Christmas, Ded Moroz. Oops. Экскурсии?
Экскурсии?
Нет, спасибо.
Да, Сербия.
Сербия?
Да.
Да.
Ну, я из Петербурга, да, очень приятно. Белгород?
Ты Сербия?
Нет, я Россия.
Yeah, he knows that I'm Serbian, I don't know how. Да, я из Англии, но половина Сербии.
Есть, да, ну ясно. Но говор остается.
So I look Serbian, да, очень высокий.
Высокий, и говор есть сербский еще есть. Да, конечно. А так, Лондон, да?
Лондон, не очень далеко в Лондоне.
А какой город?
Bath.
Ясно.
Это красивый роман город.
Да. Сейчас сити-тур, нет?
Это не мой первый раз.
Нет, экскурсион.
Да, ну, не мой первый раз Санкт-Петербург, 5 или 6 раз.
Да, нет, хороший экскурсовод по городу будет рассказывать, ездить, участвовать.
Окей.
Yes?
No.
Ну ладно,
спасибо,
bye-bye,
до свидания. Bloody hell, guys. No explanation needed for that. I walked past and he knew I was Serbian. He's got a sixth sense, this dude. I mean, I do look pretty Serbian. But when I'm in Serbia, people say I don't look Serbian, so I don't know. Right, down there, everybody, is a... Oh, there's a metro down there. Здравствуйте. Hey dudes, спасибо большое. Что это? Ah, look, Harry Potter or Gary Potter. Spasibo. So yeah, guys, down this street is Dumskaya. It's the wildest place in all of Saint Petersburg and maybe all of Russia. It's a famous nightlife place, and you can see some crazy stuff going on here. If I could explain it to my viewers, and it's pretty much like Northern England on any weekend. Now, in that building there used to be a McDonald's. Now, it's quite an interesting place because it's right next to Dumskaya, so you can imagine what it's like when all the drunks come in the early hours. Okay guys, so for those of you that don't know St. Petersburg very well, I got a special surprise for you. Just around this corner, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Look at that, the Kazan Cathedral. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful Christmas tree there. And we can see, got the all-seeing eye up there. Now across the road here we got the Singer building. Last time I was here, oops, yeah, there was a bookshop here before and then it closed down, but now maybe it's reopened. So they could have been just doing some refurbishment, but they got a wonderful cafe in there, as you can see. It's a nice place for old ladies especially, but it's good for photos as well because you can see right across the Kazan Cathedral. 200, 300 rubles for a rat dog there. All right, Porky. There we go, Zara. It's been closed for almost a year now, I believe, but as we can see, the clothes are still in there. It's Batman. Over the other side of the road there, we got Carl's Jr. Burger. Now, I've never been to Carl's Jr., but apparently it's a Californian company. So obviously Carl's Jr. don't give a damn about sanctions, or maybe it's something similar to KFC where they're just under new ownership. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it one day. Okay guys, we're coming up to Palace Square now, and of course, as usual, we got the scammers. Not all of them are scammers, like this guy I don't think is. But these guys in costumes are. They get you to take a picture with them, and then they tell you the price afterwards. But I don't know if you remember, a couple of years ago, I got a zebra coming towards me. Здравствуйте. You see, when I got the camera, they don't want to scam me, because they know I will catch them in the act on video. But yeah, if you remember a couple of years ago, down here, there's a couple of girls. I can't remember whether it was in summer or winter, but they tried their best with me. Or with all their Russian charm. Alright guys, I've got something very special for you, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ta-da! Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. It's one of the best Christmas trees I ever saw. Now, as you can see, they do not have any problems with electricity in Russia. Stunning. I'll definitely be using this as a thumbnail for this video. Really fantastic, guys. I made a real effort with this. Wow, guys, look at this. Mariupol and Saint Petersburg. We can see a young lady down the middle, has got a Soviet hat on. Alright guys, so we got slides over here, but unfortunately it looks like they're out of action. I did see they're in use recently, but maybe it was just for Christmas. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Today I just wanted to show you what life is like on the ground here in beautiful Saint Petersburg in Russia. So you can form your own opinions. I'm not going to put words into your mouth. So yeah, I got lots of videos coming up, so stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be very soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.